Did you know that Belarus, a landlocked country in Eastern Europe, houses the largest forest in the continent? Nestled between Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia, Belarus is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. With a diverse landscape ranging from flat lowlands to hilly highlands, it boasts an array of natural wonders. One such wonder is the Białowieża forest, spanning the border between Belarus and Poland. This ancient woodland, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is Europe's last primeval forest, a living testament to the world as it once was. It's a sanctuary for a myriad of flora and fauna, including the majestic European bison, the continent's heaviest land animal. But the mystery of Belarus extends beyond its natural beauty. It's a country steeped in a rich historical tapestry, a blend of Slavic heritage, medieval grandeur, and a Soviet past. At the heart of this tapestry lies Minsk, the capital city. Minsk is known for its Soviet-era architecture and wide boulevards, but it also throbs with a vibrant cultural scene, from art galleries and theaters to trendy cafes and music festivals. Belarus's architectural heritage is equally impressive, with sites like the Mir Castle complex and Nesvizh Castle, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites, standing as silent witnesses to the country's past. These medieval fortresses, with their ornate interiors, tell tales of knights, battles, and royal intrigue. And then there's the Belarusian cuisine, a hearty blend of Slavic flavors, featuring dishes like draniki, potato pancakes that are the country's national dish, and machanka, a savory pork stew. Each bite is a taste of tradition, a culinary journey through Belarusian history. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Belarus is its people. Warm, welcoming, and fiercely proud of their culture, they are the custodians of Belarusian traditions, from folk music and dance to handicrafts and festivals. They are the heartbeat of this fascinating land, the keepers of its stories and secrets. Belarus is a land of mystery and beauty, a place where history and nature intertwine in the most captivating ways. So, are you ready to discover more about this Eastern European treasure? Let's dive deeper into the fascinating history of this captivating land. The history of Belarus begins in the Stone Age, with the first known settlements dating back to 100,000 BC. These early settlers were eventually followed by the Slavic tribes around the 6th century AD. The Slavs, with their rich cultural traditions and language, laid the foundation for the Belarusian identity. In the 9th century, the region became part of the Kievan Rus, a federation of Slavic tribes that is often cited as the birthplace of several modern Eastern European nations. This period was marked by prosperity and the spread of Christianity throughout the region. However, the 13th century brought the Mongol invasion, a cataclysmic event that left the Kievan Rus in ruins. But as the dust settled, the region began to reorient itself politically and culturally, setting the stage for the rise of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. The medieval period saw a significant shift in the region's political landscape. The 13th century marked the beginning of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, a crucial period in Belarusian history. As the dawn of the medieval era unfolded, Belarus found itself in the heart of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. This state, influential and vast, stretched across modern-day Belarus, Lithuania, Ukraine, and parts of Poland and Russia. It was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and religions, a vibrant tapestry of diversity that shaped the Belarus we know today. The Grand Duchy was later absorbed into the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, a union that further enriched the cultural and religious landscape of Belarus. The Orthodox Christian faith mingled with Roman Catholicism, while the Yiddish-speaking Jewish community thrived. Belarusian language, literature, and arts flourished during this period, creating a rich cultural legacy that resonates still. But this period of relative autonomy was soon to be disrupted. The winds of change were blowing, heralding a time of turbulence and transformation. The late 18th century brought about a significant change, with Belarus becoming a part of the Russian Empire. This period was marked by rapid industrialization, with factories, railroads, and urban centers sprouting across the Belarusian landscape. Yet beneath these changes, The pulse of the Belarusian spirit continued to beat, albeit subtly. As the Russian Empire expanded its reach, it sought to assimilate Belarus into its cultural fabric. The Belarusian language, literature, and traditions were suppressed, with Russian becoming the language of administration and high society. This cultural suppression, however, ignited a flame of resistance that would define the Belarusian identity for centuries to come. In response to the suppression of their cultural heritage, the people of Belarus began to rebel. The 19th century was punctuated by a series of uprisings, fueled by a desire to preserve the Belarusian identity. The most notable among these were the 1830 and 1863 uprisings, which, despite their ultimate failure, left an indelible mark on the national consciousness. The spirit of resistance was not confined to the battlefield. It found expression in literature and arts, with writers and artists challenging the Russian rule and advocating for the preservation of Belarusian culture. Figures like Franciszek Bohusovic and Vincent Dunin Marcinkiewicz became symbols of this cultural resistance, their works serving as a testament to the resilience of the Belarusian spirit. Yet, as the 19th century gave way to the 20th, the winds of change were blowing once again. The chaos of World War I and the Russian Revolution set the stage for a new chapter in Belarusian history. With the fall of the Russian Empire, the people of Belarus found themselves on the precipice of a new era, an era that would test their resilience like never before. The Russian rule, a period of cultural suppression and resistance, was a crucible in which the Belarusian identity was forged. It was a chapter in their history that, despite its hardships, strengthened their resolve and shaped their destiny. The chaos of World War I and the Russian Revolution set the stage for a new chapter in Belarusian history. In the aftermath of World War I, Belarus became a founding member of the Soviet Union. This marked the beginning of a crucial chapter in the nation's history, filled with upheaval, resilience, and transformation. The Soviet era saw Belarus undergo significant changes, both culturally and politically. The country's landscape was forever altered by the relentless march of industrialization, as factories and farms were collectivized and modern infrastructure was built. Then came the Great Patriotic War, known globally as World War II. Belarus was a major battleground, suffering devastating losses. Nearly every third citizen perished, and many cities, including the capital Minsk, were reduced to rubble. Yet, the Belarusian spirit proved indomitable. The nation's people fought bravely, contributing to some of the most significant victories of the war. In the post-war years, Belarus faced the monumental task of reconstruction. The nation rose from the ashes with remarkable speed, rebuilding cities and industries, and even managing to achieve significant advancements in science, education, and culture. However, the Soviet era was not without its dark moments. The Chernobyl disaster in neighboring Ukraine in 1986 had far-reaching effects on Belarus. A significant portion of the country was contaminated by radioactive fallout, leading to massive relocations, health issues, and environmental damage. The disaster is still a poignant reminder of the risks of nuclear power and the importance of safety protocols. Yet, the Soviet era also left a lasting legacy in Belarus. It shaped the nation's political and social structures, influenced its culture, and left a mark on its urban and natural landscapes. Soviet-era monuments, museums, and memorials stand as silent witnesses to this transformative period. With the collapse of the Soviet Union, Belarus found itself on the brink of a new era. Yet, the echoes of its Soviet past continue to resonate, shaping the nation's present and undoubtedly influencing its future. It is this intricate blend of past and present, tradition and transformation, that makes Belarus a fascinating study in resilience, adaptation, and evolution. In 1991, Belarus declared independence, marking the beginning of a new chapter in its history. Emerging from the shadows of the Soviet Union, this young nation embarked on a journey to carve out its own identity. Yet Belarus's transition to independence was not without its challenges. The country grappled with the task of establishing a new political system, while wrestling with the remnants of its Soviet past. Its president, Alexander Lukashenko, who came into power in 1994, has maintained a tight grip on the nation ever since, leading to international criticism over human rights and democracy. Economically, Belarus has been a tale of two halves. On one hand, it has managed to maintain a relatively high standard of living compared to many former Soviet states, with significant strides in sectors such as technology, manufacturing, and agriculture. Its capital, Minsk, is a bustling metropolis filled with Soviet-era architecture, wide boulevards, and a vibrant cultural scene. On the other hand, the country has faced economic stagnation, largely due to its heavy reliance on Russia for energy and its struggle to attract foreign investment. Belarus is also home to a rich tapestry of cultural traditions, from its delectable cuisine, featuring dishes like draniki and machanka, to its folk music, dance, and handicrafts. The country's architectural heritage, including the Mir Castle complex and Nesvizh Castle, continues to draw visitors from around the world. Despite progress in many areas, contemporary Belarus faces several challenges. Recent political unrest and economic difficulties have put a spotlight on the country's governance and economic policies. Environmental issues such as the protection of the Białowieża forest and the Pripyat marshes pose ongoing challenges. Yet the people of Belarus remain resilient, their spirits unbroken. They continue to strive for a better future, preserving their rich cultural heritage while pushing for progress and change. This duality, this dance between the past and the present, is what makes modern Belarus a fascinating study. And that, dear viewers, is a whirlwind tour through the rich and complex history of Belarus.